Hi there, Stampers. Jen Roque here from StampCampWithJen.com. I am an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Summerfield, Florida, and welcome to day number 9 of my 12 Days of Christmas. Today we're making this cute little hot cocoa holder. It holds a little Christmas straw, these cute little gingerbread men marshmallows, and a little pouch of cocoa. So I'm going to show you how quick and easy these are to put together. These would be such cute little table favors or gifts for a Christmas party. I just love them so much. But before we get into that, I do want to remind you that this week I do have a new shopping special. Each week for my 12 Days of Christmas, I've had a different shopping special. And this week, when you shop by Sunday, December 7th, and place at least a $75 order, you'll get the new Stampin' Die organizers for free, a pack of those for free from me, okay? So if you'd like to get those, just make sure to place your order by Sunday, and it has to be $75 before tax and shipping, okay? All right, so this cute little cocoa pouch is so easy to put together, and it's so adorable. So I got these cute little cocoa pouches from Walmart. They're about 75-ish cents per pouch, but I was able to find them at Amazon as well. So if you don't have them at your local Walmart or you don't have a Walmart nearby, I do have the link for the individual pouches in the description below. If you only need a couple of each flavor and you want to just order them from Amazon, you can do that as well. I also have a link for a multi-pack, a big box of them that has 4 different flavors. So if you need to create a bunch of them for a party or something like that, I have that linked in the description below as well. So I used mint in my original one, but today we'll use the chocolate supreme. And then these cute little marshmallows I also got at Walmart. I found a bag of, it contains 12 of the marshmallows, and they're all these cute little gingerbread men. And I just thought that paired perfectly with the homemade treats. It's got that little gingerbread guy in there. So that's my inspiration there. But you can also get, this bag has little trees and Santa heads in it that has 12 marshmallows as well. And the bag's about $3.50 to $4 a piece, so not too bad. And I do have the link, the Walmart link for those in the description below. And then the last thing is we're gonna put a little Christmas straw in there, a little paper straw. And these are from Amazon as well. They come in a pack of 100 and they've got all these cute little designs on them. But I think they're like $6 for the box right now on Amazon. They're not too expensive. And I personally don't like to drink out of paper straws, but I like including them because you can always use them as like a little stirrer stick too. So even if you don't like to drink through them, they're nice to have as a little stirrer to stir your hot cocoa. So let's go ahead and get started. So I have a piece of DSP. This is from the Christmas Tags and More Designer Series paper. This piece is 2 3/4 by 3.5. And then I have a piece of garden green that we're going to use for the base. And this is 3 3/4 by 9.5. And we've scored it at 3 3.5 inches. So we're just going to go ahead and fold that over and burnish with our bone folder here. Oops. And then what we want to do is we're actually going to put the cocoa in first and kind of use that. We want to center that in between the left and right edge here. And then we're going to make sure that this edge down here is flat, and we're going to staple that closed. And then we're going to put the DSP over, try to cover it with the staples with the DSP. So we're just going to kind of get as close as we can to the pouch and staple. And then we'll do the same thing on the other side. Okay, and we'll see if I can cover those up. And some of them, that staple might be a little high, but that's okay, but pretty close, right? So it's going to peek out a little bit, but nobody's going to pay attention to that. Hopefully. So just take some Stampin' Seal Plus and just try to center that and cover it up a little bit. Get it pretty covered, I think. Pretty close. Okay, and then we can take our little straw and kind of tuck this in. And then we can grab our marshmallow. And what I like to do with him is actually kind of push him towards the top. And then we can use this piece to kind of tuck him in. And if you really want to, you can stick a glue dot on the back, which I will do just to make sure he's not going to kind of pop out of there where he shouldn't be. So I'm actually going to push him up to the top. I'm going to take a little glue dot and just push it on the back where his body is towards the top there. And then, like I said, we'll use this empty space at the bottom and kind of tuck it down in there. And then we'll push the marshmallow guy over the glue dot, and then he shouldn't go anywhere. It should be good right there. Okay, so now we'll do a little bit of decorating. So first we want to take our ribbon. Now I took about a 21-inch piece of ribbon, of this real red shiny ribbon. We're going to cut that down. And then we're going to tie this around the base here. And we're going to tie it so we can make our little ribbon edge on the side over here. So we just want to tie this. I know this isn't always everybody's favorite, so you can skip this part if bows aren't your favorite, but I think it really gives a little something extra to the project having this little bow on there. It kind of ties everything together. So just do your best. Try your best to do your bow. And then we'll tie that. And then you can take the, you can always grab a friend. Sometimes I grab my husband and have him hold the ribbon for me and help me out. And then we'll just trim the ends here at an angle with our scissors. Okay, so we've got our little bow there. Now I've taken the branching out dies. I grabbed them so I could show you. But these branching out dies that have all of the stitched rectangles, I grabbed the smallest one and die cut a piece of basic white. So that's what I used for our die there. And then we are going to stamp from the Homemade Treats. It's beginning to taste like Christmas. So that's what I got out. We're going to stamp that in our real red ink right in the center. Just going to ink that up real good. And like I always tell people at my classes, if you want to do a test run to make sure it's inked up the way you want it to, you can always do that as well. But we're just going to stamp it right in the middle. Pretty good. And then we will put some dimensionals on there. And we're just gonna take 2 on each corner because it does kind of bow because it's got the hot cocoa in the middle. So you really need just 2 on each end is enough. Okay. And what I like to try to do is see if I can get that ribbon to kind of line up in the middle there. So when you, actually it'd probably be smarter to put the dimensionals right above the top and the bottom of the ribbon now that I think about it. Oops. That would probably be better actually. Let's do that this time. That is the smarter way. So we'll put a dimensional here and here. I don't know why I didn't think of that before. That way we know the ribbon is centered in between those dimensionals and you can kind of move it around if you need to. So let's take these off carefully. Sometimes they'll stick a little bit, but you should be able to rip most of the foam off. Oh, I was able to get that one off of there. And this one, sometimes if you don't press them too hard, you can peel them off if you need to. And I guess I didn't press them down very hard because they're coming off real nicely. But I know once you press those into the paper, sometimes the foam will stick to it. All right. So instead, this will work because it's right on there. Yeah, that's a lot better. So do it on your treat holder, not on your, your paper like I did. So we will center that right, oops, right in the middle here, just like that. And now what you want to do is you want to take this gingerbread man and stamp him in pecan pie on a piece of white and run it through your die cutting machine. I've already done that. I have one ready to go, and I have a couple of mini dimensionals on the back, but I love these dies. I just want to show you real quick because these dies actually cut out, like the gingerbread men, you can cut out multiples at one time, and I love that about this set. So it's actually got two gingerbread men dies. Let's move this down a little bit, that you can cut at the same time, and the same with the hat and the little candy cane. You can stamp two at a time and cut two at a time and run it through a little bit faster that way. And I love that about this set. I love when they do that. So like I said, so I just stamped it in pecan pie, ran it through the die cutting machine, and I added two mini dimensionals on the back. So that's ready to go. And then we're just gonna stick that right over here by the bow in the center. And he's ready to go. Isn't that super, super cute? Where's the other one? Oh, right next to me. So that is our little Cocoa Treat pouch. So I really hope you're enjoying these videos. If you missed days 1 through 8, please make sure and go back and watch those. And when you're watching any of the videos, please give me a little thumbs up. And I'd love it if you'd leave a comment too and let me know what you think, okay? All right, well, I will see you back here tomorrow for day number 10. And until next time, be safe and happy stamping. Bye-bye.